What's going on, everybody? So I am back today to do another TikTok recommendation video where someone on my TikTok recommended that I watch the film Pāfekuto Burū. And this is one that's been on my list for quite some time. I know it's a psychological thriller. I knew that it was an animated film, which isn't always what I gravitate towards, but this movie was absolutely incredible. It's probably one of the best psychological thrillers I've ever seen, and I look forward to talking about it more in the review. Pāfekuto Burū is directed by Satoshi Kon. A retired pop singer turned actress' sense of reality is shaken when she is stalked by an obsessed fan and seemingly a ghost of her past. So this film follows Mima, who is a woman that is in a pop group of these three girls that are in this pop group together. I believe they're called like Cham, something like that. And at the beginning of the film, they're performing together, and she announces that she is retiring from doing music to pursue her career in acting. And so the movie kind of shows us watching her career as an actress begin, where she's taking these minimal roles and she starts to get more presence on the stage and the screen. And at the beginning of the film, you see this guy who goes to her performance, and he's watching her and he's video recording, and these guys in the audience start fighting, and you don't really pay much attention to him other than he has a kind of a strange face, and he seems to be giving off really weird vibes. And he starts following her around, and almost everywhere that she shows up, he's there in the background. And so all this weird stuff starts happening to her, and that's really the film. I don't want to get too much into beat by beat plot points with this, because this is a movie that if you have never seen it, you just need to go in and watch this thing completely blind, because I don't think I have ever had a movie mess with my mind as much as this one did. It really blurs the lines of what is reality and what is in our lead character's head, or is it real, or what is even going on. And the director seems to be poking at all the tropes that exist in psychological horror films or psychological films in general, and just kind of either overblowing them or playing them subtly in a way that just blends so perfectly. This movie kept me on the edge of my seat until the very last second. I could not believe just how amazing the filmmaking was, how incredible each little bit of this movie was. I just was totally and completely blown away that an anime film impacted me this much. And I think it's incredible what these filmmakers are able to do with animation, and the color palettes in this movie are so beautiful. It is absolutely amazing that in the 1990s that this animation was so well done. This movie has a really great score that accompanies the film so well, and like I said, the best parts about it are just kind of the shifts into our character's perspective and what is real and what's not. This is the beginning of the internet age, so she gets a computer set up and she finds out that someone set up a chat room website online that seems to be coming from her own perspective, and that whoever's writing it knows these really incredibly intimate details about each part of her day. And it starts terrifying her, and she's just so on edge that when you're following her around, that you as the viewer are equally as on edge with her. And that was something I really respected about this movie, was that feeling of just unease that kind of bleeds through every scene in just the most beautiful way imaginable. And this is a movie that I did not have any idea what to expect, and it blew every expectation I had out of the water. There's all these characters are introduced. She works with these two agents. There's this one woman in particular who works really close to her, that she's constantly coming over to visit her and checking in on her to make sure that she's doing okay. She gets all this fan mail in, and you're constantly trying to ask yourself who is trying to come at her, because whoever it is really upset that she is leaving her life as a pop star to become an actress. She ends up really early on taking this really extreme scene that is a rape scene in this TV show that she's in. There's this whole conversation of, oh, it's going to tarnish your career, it's going to tarnish your reputation, and this person has this strangely weird image of her that she has to be this clean and holy person, that doing this thing in this TV show is going to tarnish her reputation. And it's a really interesting commentary on society's view of women as a whole, and if a woman took a role doing a scene that depicts something as awful and tragic as rape, or even just doing a sex scene. There's a scene early on where she does this nude photo shoot where it's the perception of whoever this is oh, she's unclean now, and her image is that of like a whore. And it's really fascinating of like this idea of this woman who is trying to shift from this perspective of like clean pop singer to becoming a really talented, grounded actress who creates this like versatile array of films and television that she wants to be in. And I thought that was a really unique commentary as well. But on top of that, it's just a really incredibly executed psychological thriller. And like I said, I don't want to give anything away about this movie. You need to go into it as blindly as possible. But if you haven't seen Perfect Blue, it's streaming on Shudder right now, and it is 100% worth your time. So if you've seen Perfect Blue, did you love it? Did you hate it? Leave me a comment down below and let me know what you thought. I think this movie is brilliant. It's probably one of my favorite new movies that I've seen in a very, very long time. As always, if you can like the video and subscribe to the channel, it helps me out a lot and lets me know the type of content you're looking for. I'm always putting out new material and look forward to getting more out for you in the near future. And as always, everyone, thank you so much for watching and have a great rest of your day.